Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and I still know that no amount of chlorine, orange spray tan, Diet Coke, and water can stop digital forensic hard drive recovery. Yeah, buddy. Get your popcorn and crack a Bud Light because I've read all 60 pages of the new charges against Donald Trump, Walt Nauta, Carlos de Oliveira, and I will be doing a cannonball into the Mar-a-Lago pool and more, but first, this.
Pretty interesting, Mike. I think you're muted on your side, Mike. You got to unmute. You're muted on your side.
Okay, can you hear me?
Got you now.
Okay, all right.
It's remarkable how slow Brandon was to inform Lindell that he could not hear him, and then how slow he was to let Lindell know he could hear him. It's not just the technology, it's morons pushing buttons above their mental capacity. And it's like these two are just trying to out-stupid each other every day.
Well, every single thing they've thrown at him, he's turned it right back in their face, and he's proven to be right. They're wrong. They're just trying to bring him down, and you can't bring down a giant. They're playing checkers, and President Trump is playing, chess at the highest level. So I don't think they want to pick a fight with him.
Jack Smith is playing chess like a grandmaster, and Donald Trump is playing tic-tac-toe without any lead in his pencil. Shut it, Carrie. It is pouring MAGA tears. The Mar-a-Lago pool was drained to make way for more of them. Have a laugh, join us in the comments as I mock the latest and stupid and more. I've read all 60 pages. Diaper Don's up to 40 charges, and it's just wild. It doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on. If you see what's in here, Trump is guilty. He pressured others to commit crimes, and most of it is on tape and text. He's not just a criminal. He's a bad one, and he's obsessed with loyalty, but that just means getting people to lie for him. And it's clear that his team of bumbling fools have less technical knowledge than Mike Lindell. The document is filled with receipts, including Trump's many public statements on classified information. In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law. Hey, didn't Merrick Garland also say no one is above the law? Awesome. It goes on and also notes that as president, Trump said, I have a unique constitutional responsibility to protect the nation's classified information. Here's Walt texting pictures of spilled folders. Trump talked about the press getting classified info, and then we have Trump giving an interview at the Bedminster Club that was recorded with his knowledge and consent, where he showed off classified and top secret documents, even mentioning, not to get too close to that one. That's very sensitive. You shouldn't be looking at it. This document really lays out the shell game that Nauta did with the boxes at Trump's direction, and then how he totally lied to the FBI about all of it. On June 3rd, 2022, when FBI agents were at Mar-a-Lago, they observed that there were surveillance cameras located near the storage room. At 3:55 p.m., Trump called Carlos, and they spoke for approximately 3.5 minutes. On June 23rd, 2022, Trump called Carlos, and they spoke for 24 minutes. This is Trump calling the head maintenance man for a chat the day after the subpoena. Donald Trump is not the manager at Mar-a-Lago. He's just a weirdo that needs attention and walks around crashing weddings and playing DJ. There's zero reason for Trump to be spending nearly half an hour on the phone with this guy unless he was conspiring to do something nefarious.
Hunter gets an agreement that would give him all this broad immunity. And meanwhile, they just keep piling on Trump from every corner.
Yeah, now we're down to charging like random people, just throwing those into the indictments. Is it any coincidence that the DOJ rushes to add these new indictments today?
Charging random people? Remember when you raised your fist in solidarity with the crowd and then charged away from them in terror? Because we saw it on the tapes. And well, Josh, there are tapes and texts. These aren't random people. Walt worked with Trump at the White House, and he brought him to be by his side at Mar-a-Lago, and Carlos is in charge of maintenance at his resort, where there was a pool incident that was intentional. Thank you. I see every tip that comes through from pennies to dollars. They are hugely appreciated and help make this show possible. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks. The guy who slept with a porn star is now in even more trouble because of what he also did with the pool boy. You can't make this stuff up, and you don't have to. The next day, Trump called Walt and changed his travel schedule so he could be in Palm Beach, Florida the next day. Walt used hush-hush emojis instead of family emergency, had him going back to Mar-a-Lago, where he met with Carlos. Carlos and Trump employee number 4 walked through tunnels with flashlights and had an exchange with Trump employee number 4 in an audio closet, as you do. Carlos told employee number 4 that their conversation should remain between the two of them. Carlos asked Trump employee number 4 how many days the server retained footage. He believed it was approximately 45 days. Carlos told Trump employee 4 that the boss wanted the server deleted. Trump employee 4 responded that he would not know how to do that, and he did not believe that he would have the rights to do that. Trump employee number 4 told Carlos that Carlos would have to reach out to another employee who was a supervisor or security for Trump's business organization. Carlos then insisted to Trump employee 4 that the boss wanted the server deleted and asked, "What are we going to do?" I do find it hilarious that Trump said thousands of times, "Hillary used a hammer and bleach bit to destroy the hard drives and servers," and then when he wanted to get rid of them, he didn't follow the recipe. He was just like, "Get me the maintenance guy, get me the pool guy, try and figure something out." In July 2022, the FBI and grand jury obtained and reviewed surveillance video from the Mar-a-Lago club showing the movement of boxes. Boom. You know, even if you delete a hard drive, it's still recoverable unless you do it properly. On Mac, the built-in disk utility's most secure level erases the information used to access the files on your disks, then writes zeros across the surface 7 times to help remove any trace of what was there. But this process can take a day. But you need to know, people buy cheap old laptops off Craigslist and mine them for data with basic software. So remember, if you're getting rid of a computer, properly erase it. Just over 2 weeks after the FBI discovered classified documents in the storage room in Trump's office on August 26, 2022, Walt called Trump employee 5 and said words to the effect of, "Someone just wants to make sure Carlos is good." Trump employee 5 told Nauta that Carlos was loyal and that Carlos would not do anything to affect his relationship with Trump. That same day, at Carlos' request, Trump employee 5 confirmed in a Signal chat group with Nauta and the PAC representative that Carlos was loyal. That same day, Trump called Carlos and told Carlos that Trump would get him an attorney. Donald Trump is having trouble getting a good lawyer because the lawyers out there know that Trump worked with these people to deceive his attorneys. I have read through both their transcripts regarding the boxes, and their answers again and again are, no, never saw anything, never saw nothing. Yeah. Nauta did in fact know that the boxes in Pine Hall had come from the storage room, as Nauta himself, with the assistance of Trump employee 2, had moved the boxes from the storage room to Pine Hall. Walt had observed the boxes and moved them to various locations at the Mar-a-Lago club, just playing Tetris with classified documents.
Well, as you all know, today is National Hot Dog Day, and perhaps you also know that hot dog is my favorite meat. I love hot dogs. I love them in buns. I love them outside of buns. I love them with baked beans. I just like hot dogs. It's the best meat there is, without question. So to all of you who, like me, are celebrating National Hot Dog Day, congratulations to you, and may there be many, many more hot dogs served in our wonderful land.
Okay, that was like one of the most fake man of the people things I've ever seen. And I love that he said hat dog and still posted this. Gotta say, this Mormon talking about how much he enjoys a hot dog in and out of the bun is pretty wild. But it's also clear Mitt Romney is owned by Big Hot Dog. Totally owned. I am a hot dog fan. I don't care what's in them. It's what's on them and what they go on that matters. I remember in the middle of COVID, I wanted a proper Chicago hot dog so badly that I baked potato buns. It was awesome. But now I just stick to cashing Soros checks for more celebrity lunches at the Costco food court. Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. This week, me and the Blonde Meat Swamp got confirmation that some time ago the globalists captured Mitch McConnell, altered his DNA with cyborg and alien technology, creating a deep state Soros uniparty Terminator, and what many are calling a freeze, and a health problem related to a fall was clearly a programming error. He is experiencing a malfunction, and I'm going to have Mike Lindell's best tech guys look into this, and I would be very suspect of Glitch McConnell going forward. And I have a theory that if we can convincingly glitch around him, it may trigger the programming override, and I can download his code to a thumb drive. Now, as part of our training, we have been playing games of freeze tag, and I must say my Mickey Rourke and the wrestler-looking Peking duck-skin mistress is incredible at the pauses. She has a better deer in headlights than Lauren Boebert being asked what she had for breakfast. The answer is Ted Cruz. But if you think you can get, extra grip on the linoleum, you better think twice, because if you try and tear off the knee-high white Hanes duct taped around your turkey jerky skin, then you will be opening a Pandora's box that will haunt my dreams with the side of your feet that look like someone tossed a curdled milkshake on the cobblestone alley behind a pub without a toilet. We are talking the texture of knockoff prophylactic stuff with frozen blueberries and stumpy toes that look like someone put green nail polish on a cluster of wild mushrooms growing out the side of the stump next to Jason Bobert's wood shack off the 36. Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
You best watch out, Democrats. It just may happen, lunatics. MAGA tears. Who is this bald bozo? MAGA tears. Only thing worse than the GOP is Democrats. MAGA tears. The entire bogus case about the documents is fake news created by the mainstream to distract from crack hunters' China crimes. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by joining us in the comments, sharing this video with a friend, and following me on social media. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. Please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link, or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, and I've toured with Jim Jeffries for nearly 10 years. I have 3 albums and a brand new EP from my opening set on Jim's latest Netflix special. You can stream these on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for helping me make this show possible. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.